Hello everyone. Uh, Great books help you understand and they help you feel understood. This is a quote from John Green. I'm sure most of you have heard of it. Yes, it's called Praising Books and Reading. Now I'm sure most of you will know what I'm going to talk about. Books in our daily life are divided into novels, poetry collection, biographies, and so on. In this lecture, I want to explain to people about the genre of fiction. In our daily life, the kind of novels we commonly read are fantasy, historical fiction, contemporary fiction, mystery, and science fiction. On the PPT, you can see the corresponding example of different kinds of novels I have listed. For fantasy fiction, I choose Harry Potter. For historical fiction, I choose War and Peace. Examples of contemporary fiction are Angels and Peace. Mystery and science fiction is a strong poison. And 1984. When I was 9 years old, I liked to reading fantasy fiction very much. However, my mother thought that fantasy fiction was not true, and it was nutritive, useless, and a waste of time for me to read this kind of fiction. What I want to say is that although fantasy fiction is not based on the truth, but reading them is not a waste of time. Compared with wasting time, I think the most terrible thing is that people don't want to spend time to reading. This is the reason why I think people need to read books. If they don't read books, their language skills will decline, there will be cultural ignorance, and it is not good for the brain development and the current teenagers. On the contrary, the benefit of reading it is improve your focus, memories, empathy, and communication skills. Besides, it can also reduce stress, improve your mental health, and help you live longer. As the author Wong Tse Kai mentioned that without the reading of the great books of the world civilizations, students can't understand other culture and their text. I think this is one of the reasons why some of teenagers are ignorant and lack of critical thinking. Besides, in the article, The Dangers of Not Reading, the author Matt Fish stated that limited knowledge narrows one's worldview, which then creates more intellectual and uncertainty based on those gaps. More gaps equal more relying on the hunches instead of in guessing facts. In other words, it deprives people of a way to expand their horizons. At the same time, this author also mentioned a Washington Post report that put the average teen's daily screen media time at nearly 7.5 hours, not including the time needed for school or homework. Based on this report, the author concluded that without the will to read, a person's access to stable and reliable information is greatly reduced. This information gaps leads a reduction in the knowledge base, which can become a reliance on institution or worse, a loss of critical thinking. I suppose to the disadvantage for the reading. The author Thomas J. Lau lists the 10 benefits of reading books every day, and I think this is strong evidence for why people need to read. As we can see, exercise the brain memory, exercise people communication ability, and so on. These are the benefits that reading can bring. In my memory, I have read A Long Walk to Freedom by South African President Mandela, and Harry Potter. Harry Potter is one of the few fiction that she supports me to read. Through reading the Harry Potter, my my vocabulary has been improved, and it also cultivates my imagination. Mandela's autobiographies made the realize of inequality of the world. Reading different types of fiction can bring the different benefits. Mystery fiction can exercise one's logical ability. Science fiction can help people understand that things change and that you can live through it. Historical fiction opens a dialogue between the past and the present. Fantasy fiction can stimulate creativity and boost vocabulary. Contemporary fiction helps people develop empathy through theory of mind and critical thinking. Reading is not only good for the body, it is also good for the mind. Reading can make people feel relaxed and focus their attention. According to a research, reading reduces stress level by 68%, making it is a more effective means of relaxation and than taking a talk, drinking a cup of tea, or playing video games. Thank you everyone.